All right, folks, let's be real. Motivation? What motivation? Tired. Okay? Motivation is not always going to be relevant. Show up anyway, start your warm up, get your workout in, just go through it. Okay? I know it's hard, especially when we train you to make every rep hard. That hard is relative, okay? So don't get into a habit where you start slacking yourself off, but do everything hard. But do everything with control. Do everything with intention. I know all of these things are tedious and it takes a lot of mental focus to deal with some of this stuff, but this is really where you start cultivating discipline and consistency in the work. Okay, so I'm not motivated. I don't think anyone who's running around at 6.5% body fat is motivated, right? But we have goals, and those goals intrinsically have to motivate who we are and why we're doing this, right? So no matter if you're talking about fitness or weight loss or bodybuilding, we go to these shows, we go to these seminars. The constant thing that we're all talking about is understanding the why. Why is it that we do what we do? Why is it that we're here? It has to be something deeper than the most superficial thing that most people are going to talk crap to you about and say, well, you don't do this anymore, you don't hang out, you're not really with us, and whatever. But you're making sacrifices to take care of your health and to achieve bigger goals. So don't give that up, right? Be aware you may have to filter out your circle a little bit, right? I remember from my days growing up, people used to talk about, hang out with the crowd that you want to be like. If you want to be a rich, successful business guy, go hang out where they hang out. Talk, mingle, network, learn what they know, pick their brains, right? The same thing applies everywhere else. If you hang out with people who all they do is eat and drink and stuff themselves and sit, that societal lifestyle is not congruent with health and longevity and fitness and being lean and aesthetically pleasing. All right, well, whatever you like, right? Some people have their own fetish things or whatever, but what you like is what you like. But I think ultimately we all want to hold ourselves to a higher standard. And, if it's hard and you need help, reach out for help. Don't talk shit about people who are doing it and being successful. Don't talk shit about a method or a style that doesn't really fit with you. Don't do pro workouts if you're a beginner, right? All these kinds of things. Your nutritional approach, your workout style, all of these things are nuanced based on your own goals and issues and lifestyle barriers. We can help guide you through all that stuff, but you gotta do the work, okay? And on the flip end of that, I hope to see that fitness influencers, I certainly know and I hope so that therapists and doctors are not using any kind of degradative or degenerative or degrading kind of commentaries, right? Like, we're not trying to put people down or criticize them. The difference between a fitness influencer and a therapist or doctor, most of us who have some experience or medical background are going to ask you what it is that you're trying to achieve by doing this thing. What are your goals? Can we help you in achieving that? Versus, just outright criticizing what you're doing without even having an understanding of what it is that you're trying to achieve. right? Some of the things that I do, people don't really understand until I really break it down, and sometimes I get told like you got to dumb it down a little bit, but yeah, get a deeper understanding of how things work, how your body functions, where muscles attach and move, and where their intended ranges of motion are. Don't just do a machine at the gym because it says it works this muscle. A lot of the machines are not set up right to maximally stimulate the muscle and to reduce inflammation in the joint. So I know a lot of times when I go to the gym, to the actual commercial gym, sometimes on the weekend I do go, I have to like grip the machine a little bit different, posture my body a little bit different to actually stimulate the muscles that I want to stimulate, because the way that the machine is designed and set up is just faulty. So, learn, learn. So, um, best thing I try to teach on my people is how to have good form, how to pay attention to their body. If you feel pain here, how to correct it, right? So, it, there's this Goldilocks zone that I talk about all the time, where if you just go a little bit this way, it's gonna hurt, and if you go a little bit too far this way, it's gonna hurt. But there's that zone right in the middle, in that range, where it feels okay. You get a really good pump and stimulus in the muscle, and very little to no joint and connective tissue irritation. So that's what we call in Tucker method the Goldilocks zone, and then everything outside of that zone is beyond. Actually, if you learn and pay attention to your body, is outside of your functional range of motion. This becomes hypermobility, laxity in the joint. The joint capsule itself becomes unstable, and then we get injuries because of weakness surrounding the joint. Okay, pain gravitates to weak and injured muscles. So if you're not freshly injured, you're probably getting weak in that area that's giving you tension. So we need to figure out where that muscle imbalance is. There's a length tension relationship imbalance across the joint. We need to correct that so that we can have functional range. Stimulate the muscle, don't irritate the joints. Again, I have had over 30 years of experience dealing with this kind of joint pain myself, actually. Longer than that. I've been having severe joint pain, neurological pain since I was age 11 years old. I'm now gonna be 48 years old here in a month or so. So, yeah, figure it out, right? Don't go to the first cheapest fitness influencer coach that you can find. Pay for what you need, okay? Find a good coach with experience, find a therapist, someone who has some sports medicine background. I know cost is an issue for some people, and believe me, we're willing to work with a lot of you guys on payment plans and that kind of thing. But if you don't ask, we don't know you need help. So, and please understand, a good coach is going to cost you. Okay, I know coaches all around the country making $125 to $500 an hour coaching sessions. So whether it's personal training or bodybuilding, it doesn't really matter. Strength training, powerlifting, Olympic lifting, right? Like, find the coach that fits with you, understands your needs, and can help you get there. It is well worth the money. Okay. So when you're hearing dollar amounts like $100 an hour, $90, $80 an hour, whatever, these are kind of cheap. Considering that if you go to a commercial gym, you're going to not only be paying for your membership, but then also those sessions on top of that membership, right? So you may be paying cheap $10 a month, $35 a month for your membership. But then look at that. If you get a personal training session that are $45 half sessions, which is only 25 minutes, right? So if you get a full session, that's a $90 for 50 minutes. It's still not a full hour, right? So think about that, because with us, a lot of places you have personal training sessions included with your membership already. So take advantage of that, and yeah, start changing your life today. Let's get it done.